It kind of looks like Last Action Hero with a much better cast.
Oh, stop. No, you get the fuck. No, it does, man. Like an animated cat's gonna walk out of his head. You know, son, no, man. No, you know better than that. Come on. Man, don't you get that basic with this shit. You evil son of a bitch.
Gertz is triggering both of y'all tonight. Just calm down.
He's an evil son of a bitch.
What he's doing.
You motherfucker. You. Boy, you thought Black Bond was stirring up the plot. All the pot. All that.
Rewind.
Hold on. Here.
Is it a black pot?
Hey, Martin. You know, people are already calling me racist, too. There's a whole section on YouTube where people are saying, you know, the story we did yesterday about the Japanese airplane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a message.
Did you get a message?
On Facebook, yeah. You're being awful racist towards Asian people. I should be aware of this.
What'd you say?
Y'all were here? I don't know what I said.
Maybe the anime shit? I don't know.
Man, he said fucking...
Don't throw it on him.
No, you started.
Hey, where's that butt?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna you know.
No.
Check the schedule.
No.
He was what's that fucking say? He's the one that said Sailor Moon. I was not.
No.
Yes, did he not?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
What did you say first?
I said some old anime shit.
That's exactly
Man,
right.
you didn't have to do it with me though. You a better person.
Well, y'all the racist Laurel and Hardy.
We the racist Amos and Andy. But
That would be redundant.
yeah, people they think people calling me racist right now. And they talking about on YouTube for different things. I'm racist. I mean, they're taking that choice. People come in and saying he's racist against Asians. Oh no, he don't like Mexicans either. Oh man, they say man he don't like black people. He hates himself. No, I don't like one Mexican man. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. I didn't say anything. I know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. No.
We talking about El Chapo. We don't know.
No, man. You know, it's people calling me racist for a lot, but they're also saying, man, but his casual racism against white people, oh, it is exquisite.
Gertz is like, yeah.
Yeah, Gertz, you didn't know I hated you, did you?
No, I knew.
Okay, all right. The black man is better than you. You know? So I'm just saying, just this black man. But, you know, just people be prepared for what I'm about to talk to because there's a controversy going on. Like I said, Black Bond, the movie's not even being made and got people hot.
People lost their minds.
People are mad right now.
Aren't people mad every day?
They are, man.
About something
they
that's
are.
nothing?
And now they are really hating the casting with this. Now,
Jesus.
yeah, we're talking about The Dark Tower. And The Dark Tower is based on a series of Stephen King books. And where Stephen King is usually known for his horror. Now he's branching out into other things like science fiction, some dramas even. But this one is one of his most accomplished works. And it's a fantasy. And a lot of people are saying, but it's one of those fantasies that combines a lot of elements, cross-genre fantasy. You know, only Stephen King is somebody that can pull something off like this. And we have this race of protectors called the Gunslingers, the knights of their world. And they protect this tower where if it's taken over by the wrong forces, especially the evil Randall Flagg, played by Matthew McConaughey, well then there's a lot of dimensions that could be in trouble, including Earth. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dark Tower, and we'll be back to tell you more about the trailer and this controversy that's going on. Yeah, thought your ass was getting somewhere. Trying to that runaway slave shit.
I kill with my heart.
Y'all do.
Now, some people are saying, damn, that's corny, man. No, that's actually, if you read the book.
It works there.
Well, it's part of it's in the book. It's part of the Gunslinger's creed, you know, the rules and the sayings that they go by. And listen, the reason, of course, I've been talking about Black Bond because of the man himself, Idris Elba, the man that, if there's one safe black dude that everybody should be able to like, I mean, he's got a British accent and everything.
No, it's Denzel.
What's that?
If it's the safe black dude that everybody likes.
I think once people hear that accent, you know, they like, okay, Denzel, I'm sorry, man, you don't talk like him. You still scary black dude, you know. But this is a fine gentleman right here, because a lot of people are saying that's the guy, sexy, charismatic, people say you're safe, you know, and a lot of people are saying no one should have a problem with him being cast as anything unless the character that he's playing is another race, which happens to be white. What? Yeah, and it was a controversy, of course, before it even happened. People once they announced that he was going to be doing this, people started losing their shit. Now, before that, there were also some things that people were saying about the book itself. People were worried. I mean, we're going to be fair about it. People were talking about how this is not following the books. They're already skipping one book. and because really the first book, because I read the first book and I read this years ago when I was 18. It's like, yeah, that's a long ass time. So,
yeah.
you know, I read this book when I was 18, the first one, and it's a lot of setup. I was even told, they said, man, you don't have to read it. Move to the other book. Somebody told me that, and I bought it when I was in the National Guard during when I was in a basic training, and I had to pull night duty, and my ass. Stephen King put my ass to sleep, and I got in trouble.
Damn you, Stephen King!
You're supposed to horrify me and thrill me.
He was the one that hit him in his car. Son of a bitch.
It was a van. I mean, but nah, the book that they skipped the first one, and I think this picks up with the drawing of the three.
Ah, okay.
Which is the second book.
Because I kept thinking, I thought I read the first one. I don't remember any of that stuff.
No, man, and because they're skipping it, and they say the first one is really dense. The people say you don't have to get into it, so people are complaining. Other folks are saying, man, this is where it picks up. And also, you know, rightfully so, people are worried because they say, well, now that they're not only skipping a book, but they're skipping some characters here. You know, you got two characters that they're skipping at the moment. One character named Eddie Dean. Eddie Dean's a recovering heroin addict that's a protege of Roland, the gunslinger himself. Also another protege, I believe, because I haven't read the rest of the books, Susanna is a black woman in a wheelchair. And people looking at the trailer like, well, I don't see them unless it's going to be some surprise or something. And people are like, you know, so I don't know. I don't know about this. Now, I didn't read the books except for the first one. I don't even know if I finished it. But I would say this, and Martin, you and I, now, let me get it from you. How do you guys, have you read the book?
No.
Have you read the book?
No.
And you only read half of the first one or something like that?
Yeah.
Now, the fans are complaining. For numerous reasons, and some of them justified probably, but for people who haven't seen the trailer, what do y'all feel, man? Like, how you feeling about this?
I'm not really excited, man. It just seems like a really basic movie to me. Like, it doesn't seem like anything's new or exciting about it. This maybe it's just the trailer was put together poorly, but I feel like they're hitting those. We have to save this. This happens. The world will come to an end, and they had those same tired ass musical cues that we're always getting. So. Yeah, this just seems like a really a standard run-of-the-mill action movie. Kind of seems like the Book of Eli would have thrown a kid in there.
Okay, Martin looking at you like, I do not agree with your ass.
Well, I like everything I see there, and I see the potential for it. But I don't completely disagree with Corey, in as much as I kind of get turned off by the whole, we have to save the dimensions, and I'm like, oh no! Why does it have to be so epic?
Yeah, but that's the book, though. You know,
I know. I mean, I come back to that. Hey, it is the book. That's what you're following. That's what you know. It would be wrong to do something different.
Yeah.
Just production-wise, I like the look of it. I see a lot of potential for it to go. Like, I imagine there's a lot of things that the trailer just isn't showing us.
Yeah. And you?
It kind of looks like Last Action Hero with a much better cast.
Oh, no, you get the fuck no, it does, man. Like an animated cat's gonna walk out of his head. You know, son, no, man. No, you know better than that. Come on, man, don't you get that basic with this shit. You evil son of a bitch.
Gertz is triggering both of y'all tonight. Just calm down.
He's an evil son of a bitch.
What he's doing.
You motherfucker. You a goddamn Stephen King novel, you horrible motherfucker. You evil fuck.
Yeah, it's 80s action movie with a action dude and a kid walking around trying to save the universe together. But granted, it looks really pretty, and I like the cast a lot. So I am interested in seeing it. I'm not foaming at the mouth or anything.
Yeah.
But I think it looks like it could be good, and I agree with you. I'm getting kind of sick of we got to save like 50 planets at once.
You know what vibe I'm getting from this? Maybe that's why I'm kind of like very hesitant to be like, this looks good. It reminds me a lot of Tomorrowland.
God damn it.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, it feels like that. Like there's this child hero that has to go save this other dimension, and there's this cool ass dude.
I feel like anytime y'all see a kid in an action movie, you start thinking those same things.
Thank you.
And at the same time, just like in the cracks of my mind, I could kind of see that too.
Yeah, no, you know, but
And I hate you for even just speaking it
the
into
thing can't be
existence.
said because it's Hollywood that used to do this as a cheap thing, you know, a cheap way to get families in and kids, and you know, and I can see that. I can see what you're saying because they still do it today. I mean, you just mentioned Tomorrowland. There's some other stuff that they do it with.
Well, because a lot of the Hollywood movies are written like just like they piggyback off each other. They eat themselves, and it's their way of. It's become their language now.
And,
Well, if I'm going to sell it to you, it's this plus this, and then that's the end up being the movie we got where you're like, yes, feels really familiar because it reminds me of these other 2 or 3 movies.
Well, and they're throwing a kid too. There's always a kid to bring in the young audience,
Right.
You know, and it was always been a cheap trick of Hollywood, and I get it. And I know why you feel that.
It's the reason Robin was created.
What's that?
Oh, Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? Have they put out a rating for this yet?
No, I didn't see one yet. But I get it. That triggers in you like, okay, this is a cheap Hollywood maneuver. But again, being that it's source material, I think it might be a little bit better. And the thing that I really like about this, I mean, I kind of see what you're saying because we have a lot of movies that do this exact same thing.
Yeah.
You know, the climax is huge and they got to save the whole universe.
Multiple dimensions.
Yeah. But I tell you what I really love about this is that, and, you know, we always say this, people love the Western without the Western. And we always hear modern day Western.
Sure.
But really, there's nothing like an old-fashioned cowboy, man. And with this, I feel like we're getting a lot of elements of an old Western by putting it in a fantasy without having to go to some old dirty-ass saloon and horse chases and horse shit everywhere. I feel like they're able to bring back the old-fashioned cowboy, bring back the old plains and the deserts and all the elements of a Western that we like, and then add some new stuff in there.
I like how Matthew McConaughey is walking around like he's in a new 80s new wave band.
Well, you know, he is the man in black.
Told you 80s, man.
You know, and I'm looking at...
Is he driving around in a Lincoln too?
Well, you know...
Hey guys.
That's his character, though. That's his. You know who Randall Flagg is.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at.
I remember reading Eye of the Dragon, where he's the villain in that.
Yeah, there's 3 major novels that he's in. Hearts of Atlantis, which I forgot if that knows in
right.
book. The Stand.
Yeah.
Eyes of the Dragon, and this series of books. And I just think that Idris Elba just makes a cool looking cowboy myself.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, shit, I threw my back out. Shit, fuck.
I like that. What's the dude's name? Fake Denzel? What's his name?
Oh, Dennis Haysbert.
There he is. Yeah, I was like, what you doing in here, man?
Oh, he's selling them insurance.
Yeah. You're in good hands. Out. I've been shot. Good thing I have insurance. But
Oh, that's pretty good. Actually, it sounded like him toward the end.
I've been practicing. But in case this whole thing fails, you know, I could be the big crazy looking black dude in the Allstate commercial.
The fake Denzel.
Like whenever they're hey, I'll take it. Like whenever white people get in a car crash, it's a black dude just shows up from nowhere. Excuse me, you fuck. You're in good hands. Well, I'm calling the police. But this no, I like what they do here because not only can they build up on the Western mythology and the cowboy mythology, but they can take it to like the superhero cowboy level.
Sure.
Man, that shit that he was doing with his gun, that gunplay.
Well, even that holster.
And those bullets that he puts in, and this fake ass CG shit right here, it still looks cool, man.
does.
I was like, I love westerns, I do. And, you know, if they can like put it out there in the mainstream for people and even give you elements of it, then I'm good with it. I'm cool.
It kind of make you think of Wanted too.
Yeah, it did.
Wanted, Book of Eli, Tomorrowland. I was just like, all right, I'll just smash all these films together and made this. I wanted to be good. I mean, it's Stephen King. He's done a lot of stuff that I thoroughly enjoy, but a good chunk of that has also been made for TV. So I don't know, how this is going to turn out, but they seem like they had the money behind it. They're putting serious actors in there, Matthew McConaughey, Idris Elba. So it has the potential to be really good.
Yeah, and another thing I like about it is that, yeah, it looks like it might be just a mainstream fantasy film adventure, but for those people who really like Stephen King and and for those people who know his work, they put some stuff in there. First of all, I like that they put the little kid in there because I feel like this is a Stephen King book where an adaptation where he can get families in. It might be PG-13 and then it's a fantasy. I like that Stephen King can do a lot of things. He can do drama. He can do horror.
Do you feel like that PG-13 could hold it back from being like what it should be? Because I'm sure these books are probably very violent. Stephen King has a tendency to be very violent.
They're very adult and they're very violent. I mean,
Right.
at least I remember from the first one I read.
So do you think going from an adult book that has a lot of violence to lowering it down to a PG-13 and then throwing a kid in there to draw in audiences, do you think that's going to have an effect on the film?
I've seen them make enough changes in Stephen King books where they're hits where I'm like, I'm willing to give it that chance. Plus, it's just cool that Stephen King can do something for kids without giving them fucking nightmares. Cause they already got It coming out, and that fucking clown Pennywise put clowns out of work. So
my boy Pennywise,
kiss me, fat boy. Ain't been to the dentist yet. Look at him. I didn't brush my teeth for 20 years. But it's but with this, you look at some things that Stephen King has done, and if you know all of his universes are connected, then you see glimpses of some of those things in here, like in the trailer they show creatures. You don't know what's going on with them, but I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that those creatures are the same ones from. He's like, shit, I was expecting a white guy, which is what everybody's been expecting. Those creatures are probably the same ones from the dimension that they got them from in the Mist.
Oh,
okay.
And a couple of other places.
But those creatures were giants.
Some of them, no. Some of them were small. Some of them were huge.
Weren't they all brown though, like flesh toned?
They were all different. Remember, they had the spiders.
Yeah,
That's
spiders.
right.
Yeah, they had different things.
Pterodactyl things.
Pterodactyls, the one that went in there. Yeah, the mosquitoes. So for anybody who knows that, you could probably see a connection in the Stephen King universe because Randall Flagg is one of the traveling interdimensional things that goes through all his fantasy books and his horror books, and even in some of his dramas. So I
Which
think
dramas?
Dolores Claiborne.
He's in that.
I think that there's a mention of him in there somewhere. I might have it wrong. I know that
Is he the same guy from The Storm? I think that's what it was called. Like
Maybe
the guy that came to the town and had to. I don't want to spoil the movie for people, but
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he's popped up in a lot of places. But the reason why I made that little white joke earlier is because let's get into the controversy, because that's what people are saying. And y'all are, I would just wish some people would say, something, I'm just racist and don't like this. Instead of just making yourself look stupid and getting it all wrong. Because one of the first places people are making a mistake with this is, and I know y'all gonna think, oh no, you're the one that's racist, Corey, because you're making a big deal about it. No, let me tell you where, because if you go on YouTube, of course, that's where you're seeing all these dumbass comments. I'm not gonna even give them the pleasure of me putting that up there. Go look at them and see how stupid they are, because it is the casting. Roland, the gunslinger, it is a white character in the novels. And when Idris Elba got cast as Roland, people lost their shit about it. And they're saying, I just don't like it. You guys raise hell about Ghost in the Shell. You complain about, I want to see my characters like they are, in the original form. Mm-hmm. The thing that people were talking about Ghost in the Shell, Roland is not as visual a character as the character in Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, and plus, Asians are a very underrepresented group.
Sure.
And that job could have went to an Asian actress.
Right.
Which is underrepresented in Hollywood. But this, a lot of people just don't like it. And they're saying that it would have been better had the roles been reversed. Idris Elba should have been the villain.
Yeah, the man in black, according to his skin.
Yeah. the man with the black ass. Y'all are just... And see, the thing is that they're saying it should have been reversed. They say Idris Elba should have been the villain, and Matthew McConaughey should have been the hero. No, and I'll tell you why. Because if you really are a Stephen King fan and you knew what this character was like, you already fucked up. Now, you see what they did? They fucked up.
Yeah. You fucked up.
Right? You know you fucked up. I meant to just think, I think they should just cast. No, you fucked up, Ray. Now,
why didn't cast him to be the cowboy, the gunslinger?
A lot of people are thinking that because he has the accent and everything, but he's he's not a cowboy from Texas. He's from another dimension. Right. So
where every state is Texas.
Yeah, hey, every day. And Randall Flagg, if anybody's kept up with the character Randall Flagg, the villain in the books, you would know that Matthew McConaughey is probably great casting, because Matthew McConaughey, for one, they've described, Stephen King himself has says, I see the Randall Flagg as kind of a rock and roll star, and also a young Robert Duvall.
Oh, well, yeah.
I remember years ago he said that's the way I see this character, and as of right now in the comics, they've sort of captured those elements. He's always a guy that's wearing black, kind of gangly, sunken face. And for those of you who are complaining, about the casting and saying this casting ain't right. So you want to cast Idris Elba, black ass Idris Elba, as that character for authenticity. So that shows you fucked up already. Another thing that I saw people saying,
What does the gunslinger look like?
like I said, he's a white leading guy.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, and that is the source material. I would not have had a problem had they cast a white actor as that character. And if it doesn't work in the movie, I'll be the first to say. If the movie sucks, I'll be the first to say. But people came in also, and they were talking about, if you look at it on YouTube, they're saying, well, yeah, I see what y'all doing. You don't want to cast him as the villain because if they cast Idris Elba, the black man, as the villain, well, first of all, it's wrong. But then they're saying everybody's they're gonna scream racism. They're gonna say it's racist because he's a black. Do y'all know how many villains fucking Samuel Jackson has played?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's been Russell Simmons with a lisp in Kingsman. He's also been a piranha with a white afro. You know, I mean, Mr. Glass. Pimp in a wheelchair, you know, it's
And the spirit, right?
in the spirit of a cross-dressing villain in that, like a Nazi cross-dressing transvestite villain,
Nazi drag queen.
Nazi drag queen. No one has complained about any of the villains that he's played so far. I complained about one, and I'm not going to even get into it because y'all gonna be saying I'm racist for that. And this is not the first time that a character has been changed to black in a Stephen King novel.
No, it's not.
I'm sure you guys know of another one.
Yeah.
Carruthers?
No, he was always black. He was there was something else with his character, but you know.
Oh yeah, Red from Shawshank Redemption. The character's named Red in the book because he's Irish.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they even have a joke about that in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Morgan Freeman. Excuse me, shit. Morgan Freeman played Red, an Irish guy. He was a straight up Irish guy, white Irish guy in the book.
Oddly enough, I saw this PBS thing where Morgan Freeman did a genealogy test and discovered that he actually was half Irish.
And you're like, shit, I should get paid more.
That was all that controversy over nothing.
Yeah, he was all like, yeah, my parents always said that we were part Native American. And the guy was like, nah, actually the Native Americans used to turn into runaway slaves. But let's test you. And he's like, yeah, you're actually more Irish than anything.
Huh, well, fuck me.
You think people maybe cared less because he wasn't the main character? He was like an accompanying piece.
Yeah, and it's funny how people are uncomfortable with Idris Elba being a hero. You know, not just as miscast, but they don't want him to be the hero. You don't care about the casting when he's a villain, that they change the race. But a lot of people, they care when he's actually the leading man in there. You know,
Well, they complained when he was Heimdall in Thor.
yeah,
That's true, they did.
That is, you know, Jesus, y'all. Can we just have some?
Let the brother work.
Yeah, just little, you know.
No.
He's a really good actor too. Yeah. I've never seen him be bad in anything.
Nothing.
He's always really good.
Yeah, man, let him sling them guns, man. You know, leave him alone. Y'all, come on. Let us have something. Shit, some scraps, anything. Oh, but this will be out very soon. I'm looking forward to it, man. Been looking forward to it very much. Oh, let's see what we
Morgan
have.
Freeman's Irish.
And I'm actually curious to know when this is coming out. I think it's coming out in August. Oh, yeah.
August 5th.
August 4th.
Oh, 4th.
Fuck you. August 4th. No, I'm just kidding. August 4th, right there. I'm just kidding.
So much aggression.
I know. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. There's so much, man. There's so much against us. Let's be friends.
Okay.
Gamefly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. Gamefly's giving me an excuse to do that. And you could even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month. Just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge, and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.